Okie dokie. So, where did I leave off? It's now targeting. So now we need to make targeting work. And that is going to be in the mouse controller, I think. Let's see where it throws an error. And I try to target something. Moving works fine right now. Except that it's not the right color. And then here, that's fine. But if I select a spell, that's fine. An AoE, that crashes. And it crashes here at object size. Why? What? Why? Oh, does it not have an object? Yeah. So, if we move this in there, we then have ground target here. And then here, if we say, I don't really want to call it object size. Because then this is gonna be hold on. So I don't think we really need to set that. Because this is it. Length 3. And I think maybe I'll rename this to and that might be it, actually. Like, does it work now? Okay, so, yeah. And the reason it doesn't work is because I've implemented a bunch of new logic here. Needs to be added to the other one. I think. Yeah. Because here it says if pathfinding mode equals movement, right? Meaning, we're not actually ever generating anything if it's set to ground target. So the question is, how does this work if I set this to ground target as well? Does the logic just work? I mean, it shouldn't. There's too much. No, there's no way. There's too much stuff that I implemented. So it's somehow kind of working, except it's like in an area around here. When this is the caster. And here we are checking for object, script, entity data. Yeah, so what we're gonna have to do is something like this. Like, if pf data, no. pf data dot pathfinding mode equals movement, and this is true, then we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna say else if this is ground target and this is pfdata.area of effect dot POE size dot x origin size dot x. That, then we're gonna do the same thing. I'll be right back. There. Hey, rat bastard, how's it going? Gonna be a short programming stream because I woke up late and we have a meeting soon. But get something done. What do I need to do here? So just got home from coffee and a couple of games of pool. That sounds relaxing. So let's see. How does this work? Visited tiles. Jesus, I don't know. How do I get this to work? Hello, Unity. Working. So this kind of works. That does not. And that still crashes it. But where's the crash now then? Here. You what? What? I feel like something is wrong here. This is not meant for the static grid. This is for the dynamic grid. I think. Shouldn't this be... What kind of game is Legends of Terrestria? We're making a tactics style RPG, mainly story focused. With combat segments and stuff like that. It depends on what you mean with isometric. It's not from the corner, you know, it's straight ahead. The buildings here are placeholder stuff. They look like trash. But yeah, like... Oops, I fucked it up. When Unity did the big blunder, how close were you to changing engines? I did change engine. We're gonna use... What is it called? I never remember what it's called. Because it's got like a super basic name. Monogame. We're gonna use Monogame instead, but Monogame and Unity are basically identical. So I'm gonna switch over to Monogame later, but I'm working on finishing like a combat prototype here. And maybe even the prologue in Unity, we'll see. Because I'm not really using a lot of Unity functions. I've written pretty much everything custom. But, yeah, so it's like this, you know, you can move like this. You have a certain range. And he moves super slow. And that's not... Yeah, I've set her to be 1 in size, but she should be 2 in size, so she's weird. Right now, I think this attack might work. Yeah, it does. Okay. But the soldier doesn't have any, he doesn't have any attacks right now. I once tried to make FF Tactics type of game in Unity. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing, but it's a lot more advanced. Let's see if I do this. And hope that it doesn't crash. Oh, it did. I wonder if it has to do with that button. What if I just load it and then place a torch? That works. Back then Unity didn't have working tile thingy yet. Spoiler, it still doesn't. It has it, but using it, like if you use that, you are absolutely... I'm like, my official opinion when it comes to Unity is that almost every function that Unity has isn't meant for production. It's meant for prototyping and like learning. So like if you rely on Unity's tile system to make a tile-based game, it's gonna be very restrictive, and if you ever want to move on from that, you can't. You know, like you basically have to write it from scratch after that and just like redo your whole game. But what I've been working the most on is if I walk over here with my character. Okay, I have to press this button. We can see behind this building, and then we can walk inside this building like that. and now it's getting stuck. Walk into this building here, and you see this is hidden there. Same thing, you can go in here. So the entire game is basically voxel based in a way, where the game world consists of a 3D grid. And let's see. I turn this on, then time passes and shadows fly around and stuff. It's kind of weird in some ways right now. I don't know. There are some bugs that are new. And if we set it to be night here and I move this torch around, it's bugged here as well. Like if I move the torch around like this and I go up, then you can see it kind of like lights them up with a square-based pattern there. That's still weird, but got some shadow casting. Not perfect, but it works right now. Yeah, it's on the wall over there too. So the rendering for this is what I've mostly been working on. Now I'm trying to get gameplay stuff to work more. And right now I'm working on like targeting and pathfinding and whatnot. I just got pathfinding to work again, but now for targeting, I'm a little bit unsure. This is targeting. I feel like this should be... Thank you for the sub, Serby. Because I've changed how this works. Before I was doing... When I was trying to write a pathfinding grid, I had one function for like targeting, one for ground targeting, one for movement, one for all kinds of things. But I've changed it so I have one static version and one dynamic version. So the static only gets done once. So that's like the range, showing your possible range, because that only needs to be done once. And then I have a dynamic one that updates every time you move the mouse. But I don't think I really have a good differentiation between the two here. I don't think I need to. But all right, let's open this again. How How does targeting work? Like if I click triple stab, it doesn't show anything. And that's because dynamic. That's the movement tool. Target tool. And this is where I think I have to change how I'm doing things, because originally I was differentiating between like targeting the ground and targeting a person or a player or a unit or whatever. But I don't think I should. I think it should always just be ground target. But I'm not drawing a static grid either for this. So draw static grid. Let's start there. Init move mode, draw static grid, find references. Init move mode, and this is init target mode. There it says draw static grid. But oh, I'm doing it that way. I'm just calling the function right there. So let's change it here, so it's the same. Same kind of setup. All right. Yeah. And then here, UI reference container. That's really all that we're doing. Enable dynamic grid. Enable draw static grid. Right, so the only thing here is that we're doing targeting here, and we're doing movement here, which is breaking it. But it goes in here, uses targeting, and here it fetches the object scripts, the object size. And then it does all of this. And then we move down here. And here it says, if pathfinding mode is movement or pathfinding mode, let's change this to targeting. And then we'll see if it works for like single target attacks. Yes, it does. Let's try to set Ria's size back to 2. And then see what happens. Are units occupying 1 cell? No. She was occupying 1 cell because I had set her to be a size of 1 to test pathfinding for different sizes. So here you can see this is now 2 cells, or 2 times 2 rather. Like here when I'm moving, you can see he can move half his distance forward. And the reason I have to do that is because the sprites are so large that if I don't cut down the size of a tile to half of a character, like making walls and stuff like that becomes really clunky and whatnot. And like movement, like 1 step becomes huge. Alright, so triple stat. Alright, so now that functions. Right. Because the range should be the same. That also works somehow. Okay. So drawing the range grid counts as just targeting, while the pointer would be like the ground targeting code. Okay. I should change the name of them then. We should change it to... from targeting to I want to call it something like range. Range. And ground target should be targeting movement here. I think movement and range would be the same, but I'm gonna keep the movement for now. I'm just gonna rename it to movement range. Just for a little bit more clarity. Maybe I should name this targeting range for now. And this is targeting target. Like, that's literally it. Like, what is that? What is that? That's when you have the mouse over somewhere. Targeting. I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's fine. They're all highlights, that's the thing, but yeah, it's like something along those lines. But for now, I think it's okay, because I think I actually need to like remove these, or some of them. Because they're all just going into the same function. Well, no, I still need them, I think, because the difference is when I am pathfinding movement, I am mainly utilizing the object size, like the character size, to determine like how large the pathfinding has to be. Green area for where you can move, and a little bit red around it for how far your possible skill can reach. I haven't gotten there yet. That is something that I do probably want to have, where you can like combine movement and skill. That is something that I might do, but later. Once I've gotten just basic ass movement and pathfinding working 100%, then maybe. But it's a little bit tricky because I feel like our game is a little bit more advanced than most other like tactics RPGs, so I'm not sure how it might work. It might. But there are like issues that you have to take into account, like what if we have like some kind of attack of opportunity, or if breaking away from melee like does something specific, or if there are ground effects on the ground that might do damage or just to do something. So yeah, I think that's better for later. I don't think we're really gonna solve anything this stream, because we have a meeting soon, and it usually takes like an hour to get into it. I'm gonna write this for myself. Static grid, mainly. And then dynamic grid, mainly. Then I have to remember how the hell this works. Oh. So the dynamic grid is gonna be a little bit weird. How do I do that? Because what it needs to have, right? Flashbang. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Ah. So why did I make it that color? So basically we have a character standing here, right? And if they're gonna attack, they might have a range that looks something like this. Right, let's just not make it bigger, just make things easy. And since I've been working on that so much, it's got a little outline there showing the range more pretty like. And now let's say that this is just a normal attack, right? In that case, I kind of just select, like maybe there's a unit standing here. I just select them and then attack. Yeah, this is a range of 3. And then you just attack, right? But what if it's a spell? So let's say it's a fireball, right? The fireball might have a center of impact, right? And then it might have an AoE around it, like this, or, you know, even bigger, like this. But the crux of this is, how do I handle this? Like here, if there's a wall here, how do we draw a wall? Purple. Like we got a building there, right? Now, no, let's draw it like this, right? Because then you have one point of the AoE here, right? And then that means that if I don't want that to just like hit there anyway, I now have to create pathfinding from the center of this, right? So I have to pathfind to all of the extended tiles, or really I think I have to basically pathfind to all of the tiles to see if that tile is valid, right? And like so far so good. This is easy. I've already done this. But what if, like, I don't know what I'm talking about right now, to be honest. I'm a little bit tired. But it's like, what if you have another AoE shape too, right? Whoop. Like, you might have something that looks like this. I'm gonna move these tiles to another layer. Oh, you might have a spell that looks like this, for example. And then you might not want to do like a pathfinding check like this. But you might still want to check for a wall here. And the problem isn't really with this logic here, like pathfinding and checking for this and that. The problem kind of stems from this. The outlining. The outlining is 10 times harder than the pathfinding. So, like, I just wanted the outlining, I just wanted the pathfinding stuff to look decent. So I wanted them to have outlines. And the pathfinding itself is like really easy. You just do like some stuff and you just check like the validity of them or whatever. Where is it? I think it's folded here somewhere. Yeah, here. So when you pathfind, you just set an origin and then you like expand it. And then you check its validity. Is it valid? Is it valid? Is it valid? If it's valid, then you add it. And then, yeah, that's it. That's pathfinding. It's done. But then to be able to determine like which tiles should have an outline, I had to create like this entire like bitwise system here to like store directions in bits, and then I had to create an entire system to like determine like which edge should I remove on like the previous tile as for pathfinding, and like I had to create like a chain of tiles so that they could relate to each other, so they knew like if it was the final tile or the first tile or the middle tile or whatever. And that's like the current issue, really. Well, more or less. The real issue is figuring out what the fuck I need to do, because I'm a little bit confused. Because I just woke up and I'm not sure exactly what I need to do here. Like I said, today's not going to be a great programming day. So the way it works right now, like I said, is I have like one highlight layer that's a static that gets drawn once, and one for like highlights on top of that. I'm thinking of like separate tile layer for inside of buildings for height. No, I don't need that, because the entire world is Minecraft. So I don't need to, if you're thinking of doing, you know, like top layer type stuff like they're doing in like old SNES games or whatever. then that can be a problem, because then you're like you're basically simulating it. You're simulating height. But I have literal height. Like, it ruined logic how AoE shape reached a ledge that is technically elsewhere. Yeah. That's because you have fake height, right? Like, it's just, you know, visualized as being higher up, or, you know, like if you have a bridge that goes across somewhere that you can move below, and it's not actually higher, it's just like a different layer. It's literally just visual how it's handled. But I have literal height. Because every block, like a building is made out of blocks, just like in Minecraft. And that way, like, they have actual volume. So a spell can have 3 axes of size. Gave up on the project when I realized doing it real 3D would have been so much less hassle and math. To some degree, yeah. I mean, I am doing it in real 3D. So that does make some things easier. It also makes a lot of things harder. But like, it is a 3D world, but it's just displayed in 2D, an orthographic view. But I also had to make an entire level generator for it manually, and I wrote the entire renderer, which is a 4,000 line long, 5,000 line long compute shader. I'm using ray marching for rendering. And yeah. But it does let me do like dynamic light casting. And Kibbs is just coming in here with his little song references from like 1997. Yeah. So there's something that actually it's crashing still, right? Like, let's check where it's crashing now. No, it's not. Oh, it managed to cast the whole spell. What the fuck? Okay. No errors. Well, that doesn't help me. But that means that I need to do what I'm doing down here. I need to add this. So PF result, tile finder, tile dict. So this is movement path. And this is movement range and targeting range. Yeah, I need to funnel it in here. And then we need to fix all the errors. Because what needs to happen is what's happening in here. We need to take all the locations that we found when we were pathfinding and turn them into Pathfinder tiles. What that means is basically when I'm pathfinding, I have to pathfind using like the size of the object. So like if I take one step forward, we have to check the entire area that the object can occupy and be like, can it stand here? And then we check all of that, and then we save the location, which is basically like the bottom left corner, and then we save the size and we save a bunch of other things. And then after we have found the path, or we have generated like the whole grid using locations, I then chop them up into smaller tiles. And then I generate a grid from that. And I generate the edges. Because otherwise, if I like just add all the tiles individually as I'm pathfinding, it gets kind of weird, because it's going to be like I take one step forward to the right and then I check all the tiles around, see like, can I walk here? And then I add a bunch of tiles, and then on the next step, I might now check a tile that I already checked, like in the previous step, and it just gets really weird and clunky. But we are now doing that in there, so what we need to do is we need to go in here. And we start it, Then we pick an AoE. We crash it. And now this is the issue. How can that be the issue? That's not the issue. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. Oh, okay, maybe. So what is happening is what? Object reference not set to an instance of an object. Here? It can't be that. What? I mean, Unity is really bad at pointing to null reference exceptions, so it could be like anywhere. But like here? This isn't even doing anything. Here, however, it has to be this. EF data object script dot tile position. So what is that? That's vector 3 int origin position. Maybe. And then we're gonna say if pf mode or pf data dot pathfinding mode equals targeting, then this is going to be pf data dot a area of effect dot origin point, else it's going to be pf data object script dot tile position, and then we replace that, and we're gonna see if this is used anywhere else. Not really. And then we can try again. No, it's still complaining about this. So, are you saying that we're not setting any edges or something? Yeah, okay. We can have a null position. Or a null edge. Alright, it's not crashing, but we have an infinite while loop. Which is even more annoying. So now I have to destroy Unity there. It's meeting time, Kyle. Alright. So, right. Okay. So this doesn't work. We had the wrong origin point somehow. Kyle. Yeah, I think this needs to be a little bit more complicated because what I'm doing here is I'm going through the list of tiles and then I'm following their trail back to the origin. And once I find the origin, that means we have gone all the way back, right? But does this work? New lock. So what's the origin point? Let's see. Am I using the wrong thing again? If we go here and we check Pyro's Gaze, then an area of effect has an origin point. And now the origin point is... it's not what I'm trying to get. The origin point is where in the pattern does it originate from. So here the answer is from 220, which is the middle. So this should be EF data has an origin point there. That should be correct. File meeting. All right, let's try that. After we... oh yeah, there it is. Nope. Alright, I'm gonna fix that. The timeout needs to be here. It was only timeouting if that was true. I think 200 is actually kind of low. Alright. Oh. Alright. Wait, what the fuck? Where am I? Oh, this is for the path. I don't know if this is really what needs to be done here, but I'll rapier. Still working on the lines? No. I'm now trying to make AoE targeting work. I mean, it's related, but I'm not gonna solve this today. There's no way. I don't really know where the problem is. Plus, I'm very scatterbrained right now. Nah, I don't know. People are beginning to arrive a little bit. One people arrived. I think we did figure out some things here today. Well, not much, but I'm gonna have to come back to it later when I can focus better. So yeah, I'll be back later today after a meeting, and yeah, we'll do more programming later. So I'll see you later. Bye bye.